Well guys, it's Kieran, or Killerkizza HD here. Welcome back to Killerkizza Stag Do. Today is a Season 5 finale in a dead rubber game. It's Mansfield Town versus Plymouth Argyle. Let's get right into this. So since it's the last episode of this season, we're going to go through a lot of stuff in this episode, like a future transfer. We're going to have the game against Plymouth Argyle. We're going to go through the teams and the tables all around the globe, the big ones, and we're also going to look at our previous fixtures. And the previous fixture we played in this episode, in this series, was a 2-4 home loss to Watford. We lost 3 more games on the bounce after that. A home loss against Sheffield Wednesday. I got from Stephen McDonald, but Marco Matthias for Wednesday. We lost 1-0 away from home against Blackburn Rovers, Ludovic Berger with Blackburn's goal, and then we lost 2-1 at home against Bradford. This was an annoying game. Gary Liddell and Jed Wallace scored their goals, and Luke Maxwell with their goal. Our goal, sorry. Then we beat the team I was most afraid of playing. We went away to Cardiff City, the team who were first. The team who've got Yaya Sinogo under like 30 goals, I believe. We beat them 3-1. Aaron Gunnarsson got the game underway. 6 minutes on, you're like, oh, okay, this is just great. This is how it's going to go. Jonathan Santino got a goal on the 35th minute to make it 1-1. And I'm thinking, oh my god. So I decided at half time it was time to change things. I took off Spotto, who started this game. I took off Chris Morris, and I brought on players like Luke Maxwell and Jose Garcia, and I'm glad I did, because Stephen McDonald's got a goal, then Luke Maxwell, the guy I brought off the bench, got a goal to make it 3-1, and we won against Cardiff, the team who are smashing the league. And then you're thinking, oh my god, form's back, and then you draw 1-1 with Southampton. Disappointing. Billy McKay got a goal for us. Donovan Daniels then got sent off, and Paloshi scored the penalty, which made that a draw. Then we lost. We drew 1-1 away from home against Bristol City at Ashton Gate. Graham Smart for Bristol City. Terry Ambrose with our goal, and that leaves us in 13th position now. We think we can finish as low as 14th. We can finish as high as 9th. I want to finish as high as possible because that means a higher amount of money that the league will give you. Now, it is still tight down here in the relegation zone. Charlton, Sheffield United and Brighton can all avoid relegation. You've got Hull City, Fulham in there as well. And I think it's mathematically impossible now for Plymouth to go down. So that means this is a dead rubber match for both of the clubs. So in the stages, you can see now, the top 2 have gone up already, with 1 game to go. They've played their game already. Cardiff won, which means they finished the league on 91 points. After losing 2 games on the bounce, you thought you may have bottled it, but they won their last 2 games. And Wolverhampton Wanderers, Wolves gone up as well. And then in the playoffs, there is still spots to play for. Sheffield Wednesday, Leeds United and Middlesbrough are still battling for positions. One of those teams are not going to get a playoff spot. It's going to be very interesting to see how it goes. Now, in terms of what happened with the team, we've got a couple of injuries to chat about really quickly in the club. We've got Billy Waters still out for 7 weeks with his calf strain. Joel Lynch is out for, I think, 3 to 4 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks with stomach muscle, strained stomach muscle, sorry. And then Matthew Willock is actually injured, and he won't be playing today's game. He's returning imminently, though. Now, I will get to who's probably going to leave after this game. So let's go and have a look at the teams against Plymouth. So the Plymouth Argyle subs and starting 11. They have Charles Cook on the bench with Fisher, Shenton, Murphy, Martin Samuelson. I think that maybe Sean Hutchinson and McHugh. And then in the starting 11, they've got Gherkin in goal. They've got Caddis, Nelson, Baker, and Klukas. Is that no way? Sam Klukas. He plays for Plymouth. He's a former Mansfield Town boy. He's one of my youth heroes from the FIFA save I did with him. They've also got Stuart O'Keefe and Nico Yanaras in the midfield. They've done. Fucking hell. English is the hard language. Donnelly on the right. You've got Yoda's on the left. No, he's not. Karim Yoda is on the left. That's a fantastic name. And then you got Onyedinma. Is that Fred Onyedinma? I think it is. And then you've got Jakubiak up front. And the starting 11 and bench for us, we've got Fitzsimmons on the bench with Martin Whitehead, Lewin Niatunga, Chris Morris, Jose Garcia, Ivan Clare and Nathan D'Alfonso. Now, the team has been a bit messed up simply because I'm playing players that are leaving. So Mark Howard's in goal, he's not leaving. Ethan Wedderburn on the right, potentially leaving, depending on how I can get his loan sorted. Donovan Daniels, Capradossi and Vashon Neufeld. Vashon Neufield's done. I'm not loaning him back in into the 4th season. Santino, I want to bring him back in. He's been fantastic in the few games he's played, so I want to bring him back in there. Del Francesco, sorry, let me say this. It's going to be the last time I'm going to say this. He doesn't want to sign a new contract. It's going to be the last time I'm going to say this. ALBERTOOO Del Francesco! That is the last time I'm going to say that. He's going. He does not want to sign a new deal. And goodbye, my sir. Chris Forrester looks to be gone as well, which is a shame. He had a little bit of form towards the end of the season after we lost Jose Garcia, so he's gone as well. Mal Benning is also leaving the club, the man who's been the mainstay in this team. He's been here for a very long time, not getting many games in the last couple of seasons. Went on like Crawley this season as well. Sadly, Now Benning has to depart. Thierry Ambrose starts up front. He has a future fee of 250k, which I will be activating. There's no doubt about that. Thierry Ambrose has become a little hero in this save. He has to stay. And then the other striker, Steve McDonald from Celtic. He has a future fee of, I believe, 7.5 million. It's a shame because I'd love to bring him in, but the guy has to go. This game is underway. It's Mansfield Town in the dead rubber game. We finish today in 13th if we do not win this game. We can go to 9th, depending on how other results go. That'd be fantastic. Imagine us in 9th position in the first season back at the champ. I think, to be honest, we've played really well this season. I think this may be Plymouth's chance here. Sorry, I got cut off. Yoda. Jakubiak, great defending, and then in again, and I think that's going to be cleared by Benning. Now, Mel Benning, can he break? No, he tries to, but Klukas gets there, former Mansfield Town man playing back at his old ground, Field Mill, and then Donnelly on this right hand side. I think this season, you know, to stay up in the Championship, first season's fantastic. To get mid-table in pre-season as well, pre-season, in this season, the first season here, it's fantastic. So, what the hell was that? And then to do this, you know, to stay here, managed to pull off the impossible, which is stay up in the champ for the first season, is fantastic. Now, my aim next season is playoffs. Depending on other players I can get in, I would love to get playoffs, but it all depends on who I can bring in and what teams come up and down. It's going to be very interesting to see. We've got playoffs coming up as well in this season. I'm looking forward to seeing you come up through League One and go down through the Barclays Premier League. Donnelly is still on this ball here. He's getting this passing play by Plymouth. It's really nice as Caddis gets a ball in, and Yoda! It's a great save, and Captain Rossi, when you get rid, we're going to get rid. It's a great little chance by Plymouth there. Now, as well as that, you know, teams like Southampton are still going to be down here, who had a flipping awful season, Southampton. You know, 18th in the league, considering they just got relegated. It's disgusting. They shouldn't be doing that. They've got players like Mane still there. They've got a great side, and they should not be doing that. Ginaris whips in the ball to Baker, and it's off the crossbar, and Santino will clear. And it's half time and it's 0-0. Sorry if you hear blowing, like wind blowing into the mic. I've just had to turn on my fan. It's like stupidly hot outside. I've got attacking for the second half, and I'm actually going to calmly just say there's no pressure on you to get a result today. Go out there, play with some confidence, and see what comes out. I'm also going to tell the lads to go more direct and maybe go for the goal. In terms of changes, I'll probably take off Benning. I'll probably take off Capradossi as well. Capradossi is struggling for fitness. He's just come back off an injury. He had like a little knock in the game. I believe it was against Bristol City, but I could be wrong. Onyedinma to Jakubiak. Nico Yanaris, former Arsenal man there. Ethan Wedderburn will head clear. And as far as Yanaris though, Jakubiak, is that going to be a penalty? It is a penalty. Donovan Daniels brings on Jakubiak, and Plymouth had a chance to bring the lead for Plymouth. And who's going to take this penalty? It's going to be Donnelly. Donnelly steps up, and it's a great penalty taken by Donnelly. I think that might be Rory Donnelly. It is, and that makes it Mansfield 0, Plymouth Argyle 1. And when we watch the 3D highlight, it's a penalty. You don't need to see it. 56 minutes in, we're going to make our first change of the game. Capradossi's going to come off, and we're going to bring on Lewin Nyatunga. We're also going to go back to standard. Nothing's working so far, so we're going to go shorter passing, retain possession, play our defence, and exploit the flanks and try and go for this a bit more. Come on, lads, please, let's get a goal. It's the final game of the season. Don't want to send off the fans on a happy note. Chris Forrester clears, goes as far as Thierry Ambrose. Thierry Ambrose on his left-hand side. He's got pace to burn. He's going to whip in the ball to Stephen McDonald. And that is a nice goal to get on his final game for Mansfield Town. Stephen McDonald gets his 7th goal of the season for Mansfield Town. And that is fantastic to see. We've got back into this game a little bit. We've got control and shorter passing and retaining possession, and it seems to work. Thierry Ambrose's pace here is absolutely top drawer. He whips in a little driven pass there, and McDonald puts it past the goalkeeper to make it Mansfield Town 1, Plymouth Argyle 1. We're also going to make our second change of the game here. We're going to go ahead and clap off Stevie McDonald, who is absolutely cream crackered. We're going to bring on Ivan Calero as Mr. False 9. Thank you, Stephen McDonald. You've been phenomenal for us, and I really hope I could bring you back at some point. You've been really good. 80 minutes on the clock. It's only right that we make our final change in the game, the big one. Alberto Del Francesco leaves the club, and it's so sad to see because I think he's been phenomenal. Obviously, he hasn't got many games this season. That's why he's leaving. He's had a great game again today. It's sad to see him go. Gherkin. Sorry, I can't get used to today. Gherkin's hilarious. Nyatunga Benning on the ball now. He does not get to that. Nico Yanaris to Rory Donnelly. Nico Yanaris. Stuart O'Keefe to Shenton. I think it's Stoke Shenton. Jakubiak. Is that a penalty? Oh my god. Donovan Daniels has put in a great challenge there to keep it at 1-1 with Plymouth having a front corner from Yoda and Santino will clear. I want to get Santino in. I feel like he could be a quality right back. But then we've got Martin Whitehead as Jakubiak. shoots wide. We have Martin Whitehead now, don't we, from Rotherham, so there's a chance he could play. We have 3 minutes plus we have 1 minute left in this game and 3 minutes of stoppage time left. Gherkin will get the ball out to Donnelly, heads it down to Martin Samuelson, to Shenton. Donovan Daniels will head clear to Ethan Wedderburn. A ball through, cannot get it to Calero. Baker will head down to Yoda, to Shenton, to O'Keefe. Can we get a tackle in? We can! Nelson gets the first. Even Calero, he's got a ball through if he can. Can he get a pass through in the middle? He cannot. He gets the ball back though. Chris Morris. Back to Calero maybe? Oh, dodgy. Be careful there, boys. Santino. Forrester. Calero, he's got options if he wants to put him in there. He loses the ball though, after other options decided to get marked. That's very disappointing. Martin Samuelson to Shenton to Jakubiak, and that should end the game right there. It's 2-1 Plymouth Argyle. That's really annoying. It's 16th goal of the season. We stay down in 15th position, which is really frustrating. To concede a 90th minute goal as well is really annoying. Look at this, right? Our players just decided. What's decided? Decided just not to find space basically for Calero to flip past the ball. Calero lost the ball, and now we're 2-1 down. Highlight here, last highlight of the game. Neufeld gets to that's disgusting, defender Neufeld. That's where you're going. Neufeld hasn't been good enough this season. I'm glad he's going back to West Ham. Yoda, Howard Gavis, and I'm going to see you at the end of the game. And that is full-time. Mansfield Town 1, Plymouth Argyle 2. We finished the season in 13th position. I'm going to go aggressive and said that wasn't good enough, I'm afraid. We're at home. Our home form has been disgraceful those last few bits. It's been annoying how bad we're struggling. It's really frustrating, and I wish it wasn't like that, but that's just how it is. Let's go have a look at the league table, see who's gone up and who's gone down. The final league table for the season: Brighton and Hove Albion, Charlton Athletic and Sheffield United will be playing in League One next season. I will be trying to raid these 3 clubs for some brand spanking new 3 players. Leeds United, Sheffield Wednesday, QPR, Reading going to playoffs, Wolves and Cardiff are going up. And top scorer this season only had to be one man, Yaya Sanogo, 31 goals in 46 appearances for the club. What a signing that was by whoever signed him. I think it's actually, who is it in charge of Cardiff? It's like, is it Martino? It's Martino, I think, isn't it? Gerardo Martino, former Barcelona manager, you know, it's crazy. Diego Rubio is second alongside Mate Vidra. Highest average rating, 4 short for Borough, which is decent. Brighton Hove Albion have Elvis Manu in there with a 7.59. And yet he still has to go down. Maybe we should pick him up, you never know. Most assists, Chris Gunter is linked with Charlie Taylor for first position. Player of the match awards, Charlie Taylor for Leeds gets 10. Most clean sheets is Larson for Cardiff, and most yellow cards tied between the 3: Jamel Sahi, Stuart O'Keefe and Marco Motta. So let's say goodbye to the players. Joe Cracknell, you probably don't remember him, he's gone. We signed him in the first season of the Save, played 1 game that season, played 2 in Skybet League 2 as well. Mate, he's just rubbish. Look, I mean, I'm not being funny, he was a League 2 keeper and now he's like a Vanarama Conference or something. So he's gone. We say goodbye to Ross Fitzsimmons, who doesn't seem to want to stay. I can't blame the lad. He started off really well at the club, getting decent amount of clean sheets in the Championship, League 1 and League 2. Just League 2, not League 1. He played 3 games, but that's when Mark Howard came in. So I'm sad to see him go. Mal Benning, of course, he's leaving the club. We spoke about him just briefly earlier, making a lot of appearances in our go for promotion in the second and third season. Say goodbye to Alberto De Francesco, the man we signed last season for free. Got 7.18 average rating in 21 appearances. This season, 14. But he 1 assist, 1 player in the match. I'm sad to see this guy go. And we said goodbye to Chris Forrester, the man we signed, I believe, from Peterborough. It was Peterborough. He made a lot of appearances in the second season. I think we bought him in January. Only this season, he made 9 appearances, 3 goals, 4 assists, 1 player in the match, like 7.34. He does not want to sign a new contract, which is okay. He's wanted by Port Vale, which is decent for the lad. I can't blame him for wanting to leave, get to first team football. We say goodbye to Loney as well. Ethan Wedderburn. This is a questionable one. He's been decent. He's been mainstay in the side, getting a lot of appearances. Martin Whitehead. The thing is, do I sign this guy? You know, this guy's been very good in the 2 seasons. Obviously, he's not in 7s, but he's been a consistent right back. Does he stay like a backup now, or does he go? We say goodbye to Vashon Neufeld, the West Ham United loan we've had for like 2 seasons now as well. This season he's not been good enough, so he's going. So it's as simple as that. We also say goodbye to Stevie McDonald, the Celtic loan we brought in January. 7 goals in 14 appearances. So they've got a good player on their hands. Look at the contract, 7.8 million. I can't afford that. He's been great for us, and I'm really sad to see him go. He could really develop if he gets more game time. I'll try and get him in again next season. Just a question if I can. Jonathan Centino from Sheffield Wednesday. This one, I will look to try and get this guy in. He's been decent. It's just, I don't know where I can see him fitting in. That's the issue. He's been good, but I don't know if I can see him fitting in. Unless he's like a backup, which is like I'm okay with him being a backup. But I mean, I'm sure he wants first team football. And also, Thierry Ambrose. Now his contract has an offer of 250k future fee. I will be going for that. This season, 37 appearances, 12 goals. He's not been good enough in the championship, but I will be picking him up because I feel like I can help him develop in this championships next season. We also say goodbye to Maximin Killerkizza, a guy who got injured a lot during his loan spell. The guy with the tash, as we call him, the Latvian tash master. Injuries, he's been plagued by injuries while he's been here. Really unlucky. He got 2 appearances of 6.60. He will not be staying. I've got a future fee of 250k. I can approach to sign him now, but I'm not going to. Now with ALBERTOOO Del Francesco going, I had to bring in a replacement, and I've got one. I've got a replacement, a Skybet Championship level player replacement. Let's go have a look. Next season, 23-year-old Lorenzo Pellegrini will be joining Mansfield Town on a free transfer from Sassuolo. He's not made any appearances, but if you look at his current ability and the potential ability, this guy could be the real deal. I'm going to get him more scouted. Of course, he's joining in like July, but I think that this could be a fantastic deal. Obviously, 76% of the knowledge isn't good enough, but other clubs are like going around like a shark. So I feel like if other clubs wanted him, it's got to be a good buy, innit? It's got to be a good shout for us purchase. What we're gonna do now is really quickly look at the other leagues. So let's start off with the Premier League. So with 1/2 games to go, Manchester City look to be champions of the Premier League. Chelsea in second at the moment. Manchester United and Tottenham in the Champions League spots. Arsenal have Europa League, so that means that Tottenham finish above Arsenal. And relegated, I mean, next season, Swansea, Norwich City and Nottingham Forest. I'm looking forward to facing Nottingham Forest. That's going to be a great time. Also Swansea. Let's have a look at League 1 then. Let's have a look. Birmingham City are coming up with Ipswich Town next season. Huddersfield, Rotherham, Millwall and Doncaster Rovers are coming in the playoffs. And who will come up? I hope Rotherham, because then Martin Whitehead can face his former side. And going down is Gillingham, Colchester, Oxford United and either Oldham, Exeter or Rochdale. Oh, a tight little gap there. You got a tight little bit. Luckily, Oldham got a win there in the last game. If Exeter and Oldham both win, Rochdale go down, so that all depends on them. And League 2, Bury, Blayton Orient and Crewe are going up. In the playoffs, you have Cambridge United, Bolton Wanderers, Southend United and AFC Wimbledon. Going down, Stevenage and Grimsby Town. Sorry, Dan. In Ligue 1, PSG obviously are top of the league. I think there's like 2 more games to go in this league or 3. PSG are top with 6 points clear. Monaco in second. Guingamp, Troyes and Nancy are down in the relegation zones as we speak. In Liga BBVA, it's close, very, very close indeed. The top 3 have a lot of points in their name. 91 points for Real Madrid in first, Barcelona second on 90, Atletico Madrid in third 89, and then 64 points for fourth. That's how bloody stupid that league is. Tenerife are already relegated with only 13 points. Now, I like Tenerife because in the Bournemouth sale I did last season, they were a Champions League mainstay, so it's quite cool to see them in there again. 13 points is a bit disgraceful after just 36 games, really. In the Bundesliga, with 1 game to go, it looks like Bayer Leverkusen are going to win the title for the 2nd year on the bounce, while Schalke are second, Bayern Munich are third, Dortmund in fourth, Wolfsburg in fifth. Going down, where the Bremen are already relegated, and it's just the case if Hamburg can get a win in the next game. If they do not, they are going down as well, and TSV 1816 München, otherwise known as 1816 Munich, the rivals of Bayern Munich, will go into playoffs unless they can pull off the wins and hope Mainz lose a game. With 2 games left, unsurprisingly, Juventus have won the league once again on 84 points with 2 games to go. Inter Milan and AC Milan have got Europa League, and in the bottom of the table you've got Atalanta, Bari, Livorno. Got options to go down there, Bologna, Sassuolo as well, Palermo. A lot of options to go down, and that's about it. I don't know what else to say, really, apart from I think we've done quite well. If you look at our past positions, it's been a real rollercoaster ride from up, down. Look at this. It's been a rollercoaster of emotions here this season, but 13th is a fantastic place to stop. I think we've done very well. We are 1 spot off halfway in the league, so that's fantastic. I mean, if we get playoffs next season, I'll be very, very happy. Obviously, we say goodbye to some mainstays in this team, Alberto and Mal Benning, but that's fine. We will make some new heroes, and hopefully next season playoffs will be the aim, and we will get there. Hopefully. So I hope you enjoyed Season 5 of Killerkizza Stag Do. If you did, leave a like, and if you did not, tell me why in the comments down below. And I will see you all very soon for Season 6 of Killerkizza Stag Do on Foot Manager 2016.